Happy Saturday, Internet. Hope you had a great week. Please take a moment to silence your phone, tell everyone to leave you alone so you can focus on what you need to know. This is The Loop. In the Afghani city of Kabul Friday, a truck bomb went off outside of a compound operated by the Afghani military, killing 15 people and injuring 240 others. The bomb exploded near 1 a.m. local time, and though the military was arguably the target of the attack, the base is near a residential area and a marketplace. The bomb tore apart homes and storefronts alike, and the government suspects Taliban involvement, but a spokesman for the Taliban simply said that the group was investigating the incident. In Syria, the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights announced this week that it has documented 240,381 deaths in the country since the Syrian civil war began back in March 2011. What started as a series of anti-government protests became a full-on revolution, and the conflict may finally be close to over. Iran is hosting Syrian and Russian officials in Tehran this week as they hammer out a solution for peace in the region. Their plan will then be presented to the Secretary General of the United Nations in the coming weeks. The plan is expected to reflect the 4-point initiative presented to the UN last year, which includes an immediate ceasefire, supervised elections, constitutional protection for minorities, and the formation of a new government. We wish the people of Syria luck as they take meaningful steps towards peace after 4 hard years of war. In Russia, hundreds of thousands of people have joined a petition protesting against Vladimir Putin's latest attempt to strike back against the Western nations sanctioning his government. What is he doing? Putin is burying and or destroying hundreds of pounds of foreign food imported to Russia, a nation that is acutely aware of the dangers of famine. Pro-Putin patriots have now taken to scouring supermarkets for foreign goods and slapping them with stickers that read sanctioned produce to let all know that the items are prohibited from being sold. Over 285,000 people have signed the petition against this practice as of right now, and more are expected to join the outcry. In New Zealand, internet trolling and bullying is now illegal. Thanks to the Harmful Digital Communications Act, anyone who, quote, causes harm by posting digital communication could be convicted and sentenced up to 2 years in prison and face fines of up to $50,000 New Zealand or $32,570 US dollars. So what kind of behavior qualifies for these intense punishments? The bill specifies that anyone who uses the internet or social media to incite, quote, serious emotional distress using threatening or offensive language or by sharing private photos or information without the subject's permission is liable for punishment. While the bill has plenty of supporters, some members of parliament, such as Gareth Hughes of the Green Party, consider the bill's language irresponsibly broad as it flies in the face of free speech. In the meantime, however, Kiwis will have to watch what they say online. In the UK, it is now illegal to rip music off of CDs that you own, according to the UK Intellectual Property Office. In their own words, the office says that it is now unlawful to make private copies of copyrighted works you own without permission from the copyright holder. This includes format shifting from one medium to another, i.e. turning a CD into MP3s. So what does this mean for programs like iTunes, for which CD ripping is a key feature? It means that under the law, the program is effectively illegal. But here's the thing, bigger than that, even copying a song that you own to an external hard drive or to a cloud service is also against the law. This law, put into effect following pressure from the music industry, essentially turns every person in the country who has music files into a criminal. It remains to be seen if the law will remain on the books, as it is practically unenforceable. Astronomers have discovered a cluster of gamma-ray bursts that is 5 billion light-years in diameter. This structure is 1/9 the size of the observable universe, making it the single largest structure ever observed by anybody ever. It effectively rewrites what we know about how our universe is structured and could point to how much larger the universe is than we ever could have possibly imagined. Of course, we know that the universe is endless, but this discovery paints an even bigger picture of infinity than we ever thought possible. And finally, what was popular in media this week? In music, Jill Scott's new album, Woman, topped the Billboard 200. In TV, Suits once again had the most downloaded episode of the week on iTunes, while Disney Channel movie Descendants topped the season charts. And at the box office, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation opened with a respectable $55 million gross, beating out Vacation, which only made $14.6 million. And that's everything that you need to know about your world this week. So this weekend, when you're pitying your friends who actually wasted their money to go see Fantastic Four, seriously, I saw it, it's bad, take comfort in knowledge, because until next Saturday, you're in the loop.
No.
That's not racist. You can't say that?
I like Steve is not joking. He doesn't know.
Today I have a special guest for you, Puppet Steve.
Hey, Uncle Puppet!
Tell us what it's like being a kid puppet these days.